Hello everyone, I am back and I am doing much better. Obviously the thing with me, it's like a day by day thing. I mean, the morning started off pretty bad, but as time went on, I got a little better, actually, for the first time in a while. I am starting to think I let my mood be influenced by people way too much. Like, people that I worry about that they don't care about me, or they dislike me and I'm worried about their opinion, like just all of that, and just worried about other people's opinions on me. And I think that's what's mainly like the main reason why I've been like so upset over it all this time. It's just been like, oh, what does this person think about me? Or just, I don't know. Something that gets my mind off of that or helps me feel a little bit more better about myself is art. And am an artist. I've done art for a while, all of high school so far. I actually do want to be an art teacher, and a fun thing that my therapist recently told me, so if she ever watches this, if I ever give her the courage to send her this, hopefully soon, send her my channel, she said that she sees me as being an art teacher, and I really like that. Because it's just like, oh, I've been a little scared, like, oh, what if I'm too shy, or not stern enough, or too awkward, but I hope that's not the case, or like, I hope it won't be, and teaching runs my family, and art also does, so I think it's a really cool option, and it's not too hard to accomplish, and being a teacher sounds like a pretty fun job, especially high school teacher. I'd like to do that. But I also am like an artist and for fun, like, but I love art. I did that and that, not those, not the Mona Lisa. I can show some people some stuff some other time. Now I'm a little tired, so. I mean, I do art a lot that it kind of does get in the way of, like, my academic, well, art I think is academic, but, like, math, history, English, I just want to do that. Like, that's what I want to do. It's just, I know, it's just annoying, but as long as I get into a college, which is my number one worry, as long as I just want to get into college, that's it. That's what it has been. It's just, also another thing, with this channel, I've like put it upon myself for some reason that I was worried that some of the what I'm happier videos won't do as well because it's not really like garnering attention. I know how silly that sounds, but now it's just talking about myself. But I mainly want to have it like focused around my moods, and I know it's silly to like think that I have to be sad in order to make a video. And I have had many times where I've like felt not in a great mood ever since the last video, but also in a good mood, so it's just whenever I decide to make another one or have the time. I also got these very fun glasses dangly things, glasses chained, but they're for seeing, so I don't know, but I think they're cute anyways, because I don't really need to take them off, like, but I still think they're really fun, and yeah. I noticed that when I'm usually in better moods, I'm also really big in doing all this artistic stuff, and sometimes when I'm in not a good mood and I paint and do art and have ideas, and it just makes me feel better. And I know that's why people paint, like, I know, but I think really, like, art is a coping mechanism. When I am in a bad mood, I'm not that really, like, I'm kind of lazy, so it's difficult to, like, actually start and get motivation to do something, but besides that, if I do start and I'm in a bad mood, art is a great coping mechanism. And if you're watching, you don't know if you don't have any good coping mechanisms, art is a great one. A lot of people do it. A lot of people use it as a coping mechanism. Writing, anything creative, literally anything, as long as it's not hurting you, because I've done things that hurt me. Not good. But obviously, it's difficult to control that. It's also something that has been said many times before. But if you use like positive coping mechanisms, you'll like start to notice that it's just so much. It's hard to explain it. One of my favorite artists and one of the most popular artists in all of history, Vincent van Gogh, is a great example of coping mechanisms. He very famously struggled with being upset, like sad, a little out of it. He was ridiculed, he was looked down, he was just not in the happiest person. And what did he do with it? I have 3 Van Gogh paintings on my wall. I have a shirt. He turned one of the most terrible things you could feel, like one of the most terrible things, into one of the most beautiful things, one of the most looked at things, one of the most popular paintings in the world. He did it, and it was because he was transforming it. He was. I sincerely think that any art done, and any sort of passion, any sort of motive, any sort of made with any sort of emotion, that's visible, is the best art. I know art isn't like gradable. I know it's not. I know I'm very against grading art, but other than that, my opinion is that the best art is made from the worst times, and it's also made from the most troubled, and not the most troubled, but sometimes it's just like wow, like it could be any form of art, any form of something creative. Writing, I'm also very big into poetry. If it's not art, it's poetry, and I haven't picked it up in a while, but again, anything taken from your own inner mind and read aloud that's something difficult to do. I've only done it like a few times where I've actually like felt something and been able to completely put it down. But when you do it, it's like being seen. Of course, nobody's gonna really know what Vincent van Gogh felt. Nobody's gonna know the exact feeling. But when you do that, people still understand in their own minds, because everybody's felt grief in some way. And that might happen if you put it out there. When you put it out there, when you put everything out there, that might be what it is. And it's awesome. You might find people that relate, and people that can communicate with you, and people who understand you, and it's something, and that is like the strongest connections, is that when people understand something that you do creatively, it's one of the strongest and most rare things. But it's also not rare. It's everywhere, I think, but people are more afraid to make the art, make the music, make the poem, and B, say that they relate. So, yeah, I think that if there's anything you take away, is that I think not the reason, but a big benefactor as to why I feel better now is mainly because doing something is beneficial. to feeling like something. You don't have to necessarily do something to feel like someone, but if you are kind of lacking that, you don't know who you are, you don't know how to feel, you don't know why you're here, doing what you love is going to figure it out. And if you don't know yet, well, you've got a ton of time to figure it out, probably. And you've got tons of things. You just don't know it yet. Guys, if you have watched this rant, I am very thankful, and I'm also surprised because that was a lot. But yes, I'm happy. That's the main thing. I probably won't be forever. I mean, not forever. I mean, for long. But I am today. I am today. I am now. And that's really all that matters. Ignore how corny that was, but it's true. That's really all that matters, is that now I am happy. Thank you.